So, keeping it real. So basically, black women are saying that you as a man, right, and you dating black women, right? What black men are trying to say is, or what they are saying, the word on the street, black women feel that as a man, if you are not willing to deal with their toxic behavior, with their disrespect, with them, with the baby mama bullshit, the lack of respect they have, the dysfunctional, backwards ass way of life they go by. Black women feel that if you're not willing to deal with that, that you're the problem. That's the word on the street. That's what I'm getting from black women. They feel like black women are serious. Black women are serious. Like they're serious. Black women are serious like a brain aneurysm. They're serious. They feel that if you are unwilling as a man to put up with their disrespect, their toxic ways, and just everything that would disadvantage you in life, if you're not willing to deal with that as a man, black women feel that something's wrong with you. They think that you hate your mom. They say it's self-hate. They try to say you're gay. What else they be saying? Like a whole bunch of nonsense. Like you hate women, all types of crazy shit. All because you're unwilling to put up with basically unhealthy way of living. When it comes to the dynamics of a relationship, you're not willing to put up with that shit. So black women are saying something's wrong with you for that. It's crazy because the expectations black women have on black men is they feel that if you're a black man, you should put up with their bullshit. These black bitches are unruly. They're disrespectful. You know what I mean? You can't trust it. You can't trust a black bitch. Disrespectful. They want you to take care of other men's kids. And if you don't do that, you're the problem. You know, something's wrong with you. That's what black women are going around saying. And it's frustrating because you would think at some point a motherfucker would listen, and black women refuse to listen. They're just stuck in their own little delusional world where they think, oh, nah, black men should put up with toxic behavior and that should be the tell-all end-all, and that's how life should be and shit. Then, you know, like I told y'all last time, when a black woman makes the decision to date a non-black dude, she switch it up. She's not doing that no more. Now it's like, oh, I'm not going to act like that towards him and expect him to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like bullshit like that. You know, the frustrating thing is I've been telling black women for damn near 10 years that this is why you're the most disrespected women. Black women are fighting me, and they're coming at me saying I just simply hate black women because I got rejected by some bitch. That's what a black bitch is telling me. So simply because I got rejected by a bitch, that's why I'm doing these videos. That's what my critics and detractors and black women are saying. And I spent nearly 10 years, keeping it real with you guys, explaining to black women why people view black women in a negative light like this. And these hoes don't even listen. See, it's like I said, you would think after a while a motherfucker would just listen. Black women don't want to listen. They want to keep feeding into the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing about black women that's frustrating is, you know, black men talk they shit, right? But other black women are hurting black women too. Because black women, they give other black women horrible advice. And not only that, other black women are negative influences on black women. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure y'all aware of what's going on recently with that Spanish bitch and that nigga from the Migos. You want to know something crazy? And then you got tranny looking bitches like Sexy Red. These are some poorly behaved toxic females, right? The shit they display, peep game. Young black girls look up to these broads, unfortunately. So Young black women have negative influences from other black women. You know what I'm saying? And that contributes to the downfall of black women. And black women never want to address that. They just want to find ways to blame men, but yet it's like your own women are doing you dirty more than actually black men. Because black men, especially a nigga like me that got good sense, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. A black woman, she gonna tell you some bullshit. And then you gonna follow that shit. And now you out here bullshitting. Now you're a single mom. Now you're an unruly bitch. Now you're a woman that's full of potential, but yet you want to be ghetto as hell. You dig? You know what I'm saying? Because what's one of the main problems with black women? Black women are beautiful on the outside, but ugly as fuck on the inside. And you don't even have to be like that. And y'all doing it to yourselves, but instead of like switching it up and saying, I'm not going to be that kind of female, you would rather be that kind of female, and you're getting that from other black women. But yet, when the shit hit the fan, you just want to blame black men. You feel what I'm saying? And then you're out here because, you know, it's natural for a woman to want to find a guy to talk to and date, right? So then you find a guy that's stupid enough to deal with your tackhead ass. Then he wakes up one day and says, why am I dealing with this toxic ass, disrespectful, bogus ass bitch? You know what? I'm gonna go get a bitch that ain't gonna act like this and not be this kind of female. And unfortunately for black women, those type of females tend to be non-black women. And that explains why black men are risking, you know, little bullshit racist incidents or just being in awkward situations because you're dating somebody of a different race. It explains why black men are willing to do that to avoid dealing with disrespectful ass black women. You see what I'm saying? And then the black woman is the loser because now what happens to the typical black woman is bitch like 35, kids out of wedlock, don't no dude take you serious. You done fucked everybody, so your pussy ran through, and you're just a goofy ass black bitch that's single. And then you look over your shoulder and you see a black dude, he got a fucking Philippine wife or a white wife or even a Mexican chick or whatever. And he's happier with them than he would ever be with your black ass. And black women's response to that is something is wrong with black men. Black men are the problem. You feel what I'm saying? And this is what black women are doing. Like, black women are out here seriously saying these things. Like, for simply not wanting to put up with their bullshit, you as a black man are the problem. And that's what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? That shit is scary when you think about it. And, well, not scary. I'm saying the wrong words. Like, that shit is stupid when you think about it. Can't be the problem and then get mad at somebody for not wanting to deal with the problem that you present or bring. Because black women bring nothing but problems into a man's life. Look at all these niggas having their lives turned upside down dealing with black women. Whether it's famous niggas, regular black men, even street dudes that black women love so much. Even those guys are suffering because of black women. You know, the bum ass street nigga that black women love so much, hood dudes, jailbirds, niggas that hit licks, carjackers, dope boys, gang members, all them bitch ass niggas that black women love so much, even them niggas is taking the L's fucking with black women. You dig? Then you meet niggas like me who don't want to deal with no bogus ass bitch. I'd rather deal with a bitch that's not gonna be bogus. They say I'm the problem. I get dissed. You know? So, you know, it's a lot of confusion with black women. You know what I'm saying? Black women fucking the game up. Who is this? Hi. Welp, for real, I'm a girl myself. I'm a girl myself, Mochi. You know, the thing about that is, a lot of these women be on some coward shit, keep it real with y'all. Because y'all be knowing what's up. And y'all be knowing that majority of the problems come from women. But you hoes be on some coward shit. Y'all be scared to say that shit. Y'all want to, what's that bullshit they say? Girl power, whatever the fuck that is. Y'all want to stick up for other women simply because they're women, even though you know the woman is wrong. Coward shit to me, but that's what these bitches do, you know? And like I said, all these bitches are full of shit. It's just that the worst of the absolute worst is black bitches. So I gotta shit on black women. That's just how that shit go. You dig? So I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep that real energy. Let me see what's being said in the chat. Yep. As a black man, I love my wife, but like I told my wife, I avoid black women at all costs. Yeah. If you don't want to be disrespected, you might have to do that. You can't even say hi to a black bitch. Nah, I mean, you can, but black women, they react very awkwardly towards black men. Some of the time. I never met a black woman that wasn't dysfunctional, don't matter her background. If she came from this place or grew up in a two-parent home. Sure, there's validity to that, you know? It's getting kind of bad that even women that had their fathers in their life is acting up. You know, American society has a culture that corrupts women. And women are not smart enough to see that and avoid getting corrupted. That's how dumb these bitches are. You know, and black women fall for it. Because like I said, young black women, they look up to Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Sexy Red, Lotto, all these ratchet ass black bitches. Young black girls, they look up to that shit. They don't look up to no positive black women. There really ain't no positive black women. But they look up to all this negative shit. Now you got young 12-year-old girls out here thinking that, okay, I'm gonna do that when I get old. Now this little goofy bitch grows up, she's 19, 20, in love with a nigga that's going to jail, drug dealer, single mom. And the cycle continues. And black women are influencing young black girls to do this. And that's the problem. But guess what? You guessed it. We as black men going to take the blame. So we're going to jail for crimes that black women are committing. I'm innocent, but I'm not a snitch, right? So I take somebody else's charge and get locked up. That's basically what black men are going through with black women. You feel? And black women are not giving a fuck. They're just playing it off. So when I do these videos and these lives or whatever, when I talk my shit about black women, it's valid. People that don't like it, they could just back up off this content. But this shit is real. This is what's really going on in the black community. You dig? All you white motherfuckers, Mexican all you non-black motherfuckers, just be happy your women is not as trash as black women. So y'all should just shut the fuck up and be happy. That's what y'all should do. You dig? And I'm just saying that because it's the truth. You know, it ain't no hate, ain't no self-hate, none of that stupid shit they trying to say. It ain't got nothing to do with my fucking mom. I'm not trying to date my fucking mom, so why the fuck would my mom be brought up in the mix? Definitely not gay, none of that stupid shit. So it's just actual real shit that's going on in the black community involving these bitches. A lot of black men's lives have been thrown to the wayside because of what these black bitches are putting them through. And nobody want to talk about this shit. I'ma talk about this shit. And that's just where we at with it. I ain't gotta hate shit. It is what it is. They love pop culture. That's just reality. You know, it is what it is. We know. Black women say that. But that's the word on the street. Something's wrong with you as a black man if you don't want to put up with no bullshit. You don't want to put up with no bullshit. You don't want to deal with no disrespect. Oh, you're a weak man. You're not strong enough to deal with a black woman. That's what black women are saying. I don't want no bitch talking to me crazy and being unruly and being unpleasant to be around. Oh, you're not a strong man. You're weak. You don't know how to deal with a strong black woman. That's what black women are saying. Gotta blame some of you niggas though, because some of you niggas was raised by a single mom, and your bitch ass single mom that raised you made you think it was okay to deal with toxic women. So you grow up and you date women like that. And then you look down on niggas like me that would rather see dudes date women that are not toxic like that. So you try to talk shit about me. But your punk ass was raised by a single mom. And your mama was probably toxic, most likely ran your dad out the picture, or chose poorly in the man to where she ended up with a deadbeat. She did one of those two. You dig? And your father wasn't around and you was raised by a single mom. A lot of black men have that background. So being raised like that, it manipulates you into thinking it's okay to deal with a trifling ass female. And that's the problem with a lot of you niggas. Then you got dudes that was raised by a single mom, but they know better. They know better. So they're not on your side. And then you got guys that grew up with their fathers in the home. Those guys obviously know better, especially actual good dads. They know what's up. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how it worked. But some of you niggas are to blame too. Like you single mother raised black men, y'all kind of hurt the game. Not as much, but y'all hurt the game just like these black bitches do. Because y'all fucking up. I have so much peace with the Latin right now, that's for sure. To speak on Latino women, since you said that, Aubrey Dean, since you said that, I'm gonna chime in on this specific about Latin women real quick. Now, I feel like Hispanic women are beautiful, right? And Hispanic women be on point, my personal opinion, whether it's Mexican, Puerto Rican, it really don't matter, right? You said Latina. Now, I've dated a couple of Mexican chicks. The only issue I have with Hispanics, from what I've noticed by dealing with them, is a lot of their families, they be on some like, they don't want the women in their families dating black men, right? So let's say you dating a Latino. This is my experience. Your experience is different, and I'm happy for you. And then many other black men, their experience is different. But from what I've learned, the women, Latino women, are actually cool. They don't really be on that bullshit like that. It's the men. The problem with Latino women is they're so family oriented, they'll fuck around and give in to what their family wants. And what their family will want is for them not to date a black guy. So when you date them, it'd be awkward because of that. You dig what I'm saying? That's my experience dealing with a Mexican chick. You dig? And then Mexican men, they be kind of like cop blocking, trying to hate on niggas that actually can get a Spanish bitch. Bullshit like that. They don't want to see a black dude with a Spanish chick. You dig? So I've dealt with all that. And those are the only issues I have with dating Hispanic women. But in the midst of actually getting a Hispanic chick, and you got one and you don't have to deal with that, like you're saying you're right. They make really good girlfriends. They don't be on no drama shit like that. They understand that you're the man, you're the leader, and you could actually get that shit popping with them. That's a fact. That's the only issue I have with Hispanics, though, is they family members and the men in their family be on some hating shit. You dig? That's the only issue I have. Because I notice in the Hispanic community, the Latino community, the hate don't really come from the women. It comes from the men. You dig? Some of these Hispanic bitches be on that bullshit too, but for the most part, Latino women, they actually be down. And their family be on that bullshit. You dig? But if you actually get a Hispanic chick, you'll know. And you ain't got to deal with that, and her family don't give a fuck. Yeah. Latino women, they make good girlfriends. That's a fact. So I definitely agree. And I 100% believe you when you say your Latino girl is peaceful. Because from my experience, just dealing with them, yeah, they don't be on no bullshit like that, bro. I ain't never had no trouble with a Mexican chick like that. I ain't never had no Mexican bitch talk to me like she crazy. I ain't never had no Mexican bitch be unruly, none of that shit. But black women, I'll be nice and shit. No, you wanna know something funny? They only call you a simp being nice to bitches when you're nice to a black woman. Because black women don't like when you're nice to them. They rather you be an asshole to them. Stupid shit like that. Other races of women, for the most part, they actually appreciate that shit. And when I'm being nice, I'm not bending over backwards. I'm not doing no simp shit. It's not like I'm paying this bitch bills. I ain't doing shit like that. I'm just being nice to the bitch because I'm not on no asshole shit. Black women don't even appreciate no shit like that. They'll say you a lame and look down on you. You know what I'm saying? So, and then black women treat black men like this, and they expect your black ass to tolerate them despite treating you like that. Shit's fucking retarded. But this is black women. This is the time that black women on. I have heard that from black Mexican relationships. I even found out that Aztecs didn't even like the black Moors. They been didn't like us. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Mexican women, like I said, from my experience, just talking to Mexican women, they be with that shit though. Like, you can get you, as a black man, you can get you some Mexican pussy. They with it. The problem with Mexican is the men in her family, they're going to hate when they find out she's messing with a black dude. Not all the time. Some of these Mexican dudes don't give a fuck, but more often than not, they be on that bullshit. That's the only problem with dealing with Mexicans. If you could just meet a Mexican chick and her family ain't like that, you'll be surprised how much pussy a lot of black dudes will be getting from Mexican women. Yeah, because a lot of these Mexican dudes, they be on that bullshit. They be, I ain't gonna diss the Mexicans and say they just flat out racist. That's kind of saying too much, doing too much if I were to say that, but it's a lot of bullshit that goes on with dealing with them. Because you dating a Mexican chick, her family don't like you because you black, that makes the relationship awkward, you know what I'm saying? So that relationship ends up fizzling out. So, but y'all probably still be together had not been for her family hating and shit like that. I feel like if Mexicans didn't do that, you would see more black men dating Mexican women. You'll see even more. Like, you'll see even more of that shit. Because any bitch that's not black that has a baby by a black dude is going to get looked down on, right? So if that didn't happen, you'll see even more non-black women having kids by black dudes, So do with that as you will. It is what it is. But yeah, man, that's what the buzz on the street is, man. Black women are saying that you're the problem as a black man if you don't want to deal with their toxic behavior. That's what black women are saying. Now, my question to you all is, do y'all agree with that? Or are black women full of shit? Choose wisely. Let me know in the comment section.